figure form 45. Today, we will be reviewing the Blue Beetle movie action figure from Mcfarlane DC Multiverse. Now, this figure comes in two versions. That will be the normal version, and that will be the battle mode version. Now, when I pre-ordered this, I only chose one version and I prepared the one with the weapons and the Buster Sword. So I ordered the battle mode. But when Mcfarlane released the uh, actual promo pictures of the figure, it turns out that the one that I like, the one with the Buster Sword, is actually the normal version, and the one with the wing is the battle mode version, which is kind of confusing if you ask me. So I ended up buying both of the figures because I pre-ordered this, but I wanted this. So let's compare the difference between the two versions. First, let's take a look at the normal version. The details and paint of this figure is amazing. I know that this is supposed to be the movie figure or movie version, but I think it will pass as a comic version of the latest incarnation or latest comic run of Blue Beetle in the comics, in DC Comics today. So if you will take a closer look, you can see all the sculpted details and the sharp paint. McFarlane really knows what he's doing and is really on the top of his game when he created this figure. This is the scarab, and yep, it is amazingly sculpted. So overall, as far as the paint and the sculpt of this figure, it is definitely amazing. Now, for the battle mode version, to be honest, I don't really see any difference, except for the fact that the scarab is removable. I think it is in order to put the wings on. So there you go. There's no difference between the two figures except this for the battle mode. Now, maybe it will be better if we start with the battle mode. Now, the battle mode comes with your usual Mcfarlane art card. Let's take a look at this too. I love the fact that both versions don't have the same artwork. Now the battle mode has its wings. The wings is made of soft plastic, and yeah, McFarlane really gave their A game when they created this as far as sculpt is concerned. Then aside from the wings, this figure comes with four hands. So he has a pointing hand, he has a wide open hand, he has a thumbs up hand, and then he has a peace sign hand. Then the default hands in this figure are the closed fist hands. You will notice that there is no weapon holding hand on this version because, well, he doesn't really have any weapon. Most of the weapons are on the normal version. And the normal version is the one that have the weapon holding hands. So basically, if you buy both figures, you'll have the complete set of hands. In order to put the wings, you just do this. This. Then his back look like that. So you can lock it on. Articulation wise, it can only do that. No articulation on this one. I was kind of hoping that these were articulated because I think the reason why this is the battle mode is because these are out, which should be like pincers for him. But it would have been cool if he was given like a longer version of this and it was articulated. So unfortunately, you can only do this, and yeah, that won't work. So I guess that's gonna be just the default position of the wings. Now let's go to this one, which is the one that I'm more excited about because, as I said, I love this because of all the cool weapons. Now, yeah, just yep. He has a Buster Sword. Just look at that detail. Amazing, amazing work from Mcfarlane. And then he has this two, I don't know what these are. These are batarangs. Sorry, batarangs. Remember, Batman fans. Maybe boomerangs or I'm not sure. I think on the trailer I saw him using this like guns. So we'll see. We'll see when the movie comes out if these are really boomerangs or some kind of guns which are just shaped weirdly. Anyway, he doesn't need this gun because if those were gone, he doesn't need them because he has this. And to be honest, this is what sold me in this version, the huge cannon. Now, in order for this cannon, you would see that his left side is removable. Okay. I was kind of wondering why is it giving me a hard time removing it. There. So come on. Isn't that a really cool gun? That's really cool. This is what made me choose this version. And aside from this cannon, you can now hold his huge sword. Now, can you blame me for thinking that this is the battle mode? Because this is the version that has most of the weapons and it really looks like it's ready for battle. Now, if you want to ask if this cannon can be placed on his hand, let us check. It seems so. So basically, they really are the same figure. Whoops. Wings start easily. See? So buying the two figures completes basically your one set of Blue Beetle because this can also have the cannon, and obviously this hand is also compatible with the weapon holding hand. Now for the head articulation, you can look there, there. You cannot look down that much. Can you look up? You can look up that much. So ball peg is only there, and the neck, no articulation in the neck. That's why, yeah, cannot look down, and you can only look up that much. For the hand articulation, well, this shoulder pad are soft, so you can still do a pretty good T-pose even if they are in the way. Double jointed. Side by side abdominal articulation. Looks good. You can look up. Wow, okay, that is pretty good. Then you can look down. Well, that much. He has a waist rotation. I know that some people doesn't like this style of Mcfarlane with the which they call the diaper, but for me, I like it because it doesn't destroy the mold. It hides the mold or the holes. It doesn't break the mold when you do it like that. So I'm okay with that diaper. For the leg, yeah, thigh swivel's pretty good actually. Then you can do that. Typical ankle articulation. Then we have a toe articulation. You can kick that far. And then you can kick back. Well, since this is made of a soft material, like the one they use on Batwing, you can kick that back that far. Then we can do the split. So as far as articulation, I know that It's basically has the typical Mcfarlane articulation, but I give it a plus for the leg articulation being better and the waist and abdominal articulation. I like that. Now for the main question, which version is better? For me, I think it's a matter of taste because, as I said before, I actually pre-ordered the battle mode thinking that it is this version, the one with the Buster Sword and the huge cannon. But another reason why I prefer the normal mode over the battle mode is because, well, I know that he has the all of the alternate hands are here and they are cool, but let's be honest, I won't be needing most of that. I need that cannon, I need that Buster Sword, and I need those whatever those circle things are. And another thing, I don't think that the wings are worth it because, as I said, you can only do that, and they don't look good doing that. They should, if they made these two stingers articulated, now that's another level. This would have been a better version. And if Mcfarlane provided, aside from being articulated, if Mcfarlane provided longer or bigger versions of this as an alternate part, now that would have been really cool. But given this, it's only a wing. It's just like that because it will look ugly if you can do that. See, that's that. But yeah, an additional articulation given to this wing would have made this an amazing figure. But as it is, I'd rather have the version with the cannon and the Buster Sword.